Hi, I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. I've got a cool little thing here that makes life a little easier for me in the shop, and it's a present from my wife. She bought me a little label maker. Now, there's lots of ways you can make labels. You can hand write them. You can do all kinds of things. This works really well for me because it's simple. I don't have to go upstairs and plug in the printer and hook up the computer and load it with special paper with stickers on it so that I can run one label. This lets me just run a label, peel it off, and stick it onto the drawer that I want to mark, or the bin, or the box, or anything. I've had this Epson LW-300 for a number of years. I first started using it at the old shop, and it has served me very well. My wife borrowed it to use for labeling file cabinets when she worked at the Sisters of St. Joseph. And she's actually the person who bought this for me. It's a nice piece of equipment, and I follow one of my rules for battery operated equipment, and the batteries always sit in a separate bag away from it because I don't use it that often, but when I do use it I want it to work. So keeping the batteries in the baggie means that they don't go bad as easily. And also, if they do, they don't wreck my piece of equipment. And this is the original set of batteries that I've been using in this same piece of equipment since I got it. Now, since this is a Bosch 1530, nice little label, easily read. Peel and stick. There you go. Now when I go looking for these things, I don't have to pull out all the drawers and look at each individual one. I can just read the label on the front. Now, some of the guys have said having the label on the front, they've found something unusual. The drawers that are labeled, they always have to stop and read the drawer. The ones that they don't have labeled, they just memorize what's in them so that they can work a little faster when they don't have the labels on the drawers. Well, what I try and do is I say, okay, this is a Bosch nibbler punch. And I can say, all right, I'm going to use the primary word as a punch because punch determines what it is. I can have multiple punches for different things. If I say it's a Bosch punch, then I could file it under B. But if I file it under punch, then it's going to be in there with all the other punches. And I'll be able to say, oh, it's a punch, but it's a Bosch punch. So punch comes first, then Bosch gives me an idea where I'm going. I have not completed all my drawers. I probably never will. If you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. Thanks for watching.
This video is not to be viewed by anyone under the age of 13 in the U.S. or 16 in the European Union without the express written permission of the parents or the legal guardians of the underage person. Such written permission must be on file at the local government entity in charge of enforcing the rules and regulations established by the FTC. Anyone violating these terms is admitting by default that they hold harmless the owners and operators of this channel. Any and all questions should be addressed to your local branch of the FTC.